Welcome back, everybody. This is lesson number 9. So well done for being here. Thank you for returning. It may be that you've been doing all the lessons right from the very first one, or it may be that you started somewhere in between, or it might be this is your first one. Okay, because you might already have done some of the things that we've done previously. But either way, well done for being here and joining in. So we will recap some of the things that we've already done, and we'll also be learning some new things as well. So we're going to be, first of all, starting with the rhythms, starting with our mouthpiece. You can be getting that ready now. Repeating the rhythms or doing the action and singing it back. Okay, because we have some special rhythms that we don't copy back. We're going to also be practicing notating those rhythms like we did last time with some of them. And we're going to have a look at 2 pieces of music. We're going to look at practice sheet 2 today, and also We Will Rock You as well. Right, so let's get started. So remember, you need to be either standing or sitting with a nice posture. Try not to have any distractions going on. Find somewhere that's fairly quiet if you can as well, so you can concentrate. Right, so I'm going to buzz a rhythm, and you need to work out whether to repeat it back or whether you need to do the action or the and sing the words to it. Okay, let's have a little practice. So here's one of the special rhythms. So well done if you said don't play this one back. Here's another one. So hopefully you said rain on the green grass. Here's another one. That one was tap this one on your knee. And here's the final one. And the words are put your finger on your nose. So you may have remembered all of those. Well done if you did. If you didn't, that's okay, because we're reminding ourselves of all of them. You can always go back and listen again if you're not sure. So now we're going to incorporate all of those with some other rhythms that we just copy back. So you've got to listen carefully, repeat back the rhythms I buzz, unless it's one of those special rhythms there. Right, let's see how we do. Right, so I did repeat some of those as well. Might have caught you out with some of those. By all means, go back and have another go. So I did put in all the rhythms there, and some of them were repeated as well. So good job, you may have got all of them. So very well done if you did. Right then, let's move on to the notation so we know how to actually create the rhythms. So what we did last time is we created the rhythm for don't play this one back, and also rain on the green grass, didn't we? So we worked out that we needed to use tea and coffee, okay? And we worked out that we needed to use 4 cards because there are 4 beats in each rhythm. So if I just put a rhythm out for you. Now, is anybody able to tell me what that rhythm is there that you can see? It's one of those special rhythms. If you're not sure, let's clap it and say it in teas and coffee. So we have tea, another tea, what do we call these ones? Coffee, and another T. Okay, after 4, let's say it in teas and coffees and clap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tea, tea, coffee, tea. Anybody know what that rhythm is? Well done if you spotted that it's don't play this one back. So last time we did actually create the rhythm. What I've done there is I've just put the rhythm out for you to see if you knew what that rhythm was. So that's how it would look written down. Now all we have to do is just switch these 2 cards over and we get one of our other rhythms. So you may already know straight away. If you're not sure, let's work it out. So again, we're looking at whether it's a tea or whether it's a coffee. And we're going to clap and say what we can see, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Tea, coffee, tea, tea. So the rhythm is, it's rain on the green grass. So you may have got that one. Well done if you did. Okay, so now to create our next rhythm, okay, we need to have a think about the cards that we need. So it is still going to be teas and coffees, but it's working out whether we need to add in any others. Maybe we need to change them around. So we're going to do tap this one on your knee. So I'm just going to take those away. Have a little think about what the first card's going to be. Is it going to be a tea or is it going to be a coffee? So I'm just going to clap that again for you. It goes. So shout out now whether you think it's a tea or a coffee that we need to start with. If you shouted coffee, you are correct. Well done. So we do start with coffee. So that represents tap this. So have a listen to the rhythm again. So what do you think would be next? Will it be a tea or will it be a coffee? Shout out what you think. It is going to be tea next. So we've got coffee, tea. And that, listen carefully, coffee, tea. That represents tap this one. Okay, so I'm just going to clap the whole rhythm again, see if you can work out what we need to do to fill in the blanks. We need 2 more cards. So listen to the rhythm again. So it's got to be tea or coffee. It's got a 50-50 chance of getting it right. Which one do you reckon? It is coffee next. You may have said coffee if you did. That is correct. Very good. So we've got coffee, tea, coffee. And we just need one more, don't we, to fill it in, to make up the rhythm. Listen to it carefully. Last one should be a little bit easier. Just need to finish with a tea. Okay. So let's say what we can see in teas and coffees. I want you to be clapping it, saying it with me after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coffee, tea, coffee, tea. Good. So that's the rhythm for tap this one on your knee. So a little bit trickier than the ones we did last time, just a little bit trickier. Right, and we have one more rhythm to do. And the rhythm is put your finger on your nose. Right, so let's just remove these cards again. So I'm going to clap it again and you be thinking about whether you think it's tea or coffee that we need to start with. Okay, listen to it carefully. Tea or coffee? It is coffee. Right, so we've got put your. We've done the first 2 sounds, yeah, or 2 words. Put your. So we've got to work out the rest. What do you think's next? Tea or coffee? It is another coffee. So we've got coffee, coffee to represent put your finger. And we've still got some left over to do, haven't we? So we've got put your finger on your nose. Listen carefully. So to finish off, we then need coffee again. You may have got these right, and you're doing very well if you have. Don't worry if you didn't quite get them all, because it is tricky. So we've got put your finger on your nose. What do we think's left? Tea or coffee? It's a tea to finish. And that's the rhythm for put your finger on your nose. So let's say and clap it out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. Teas and coffees. I always want to say the words, but in teas and coffees, we'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coffee, 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 tea. And one more time, just to make sure we've got that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coffee, 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 tea. That's it. And I want you just to now have a go at clapping that rhythm on your own. You don't need to say it out loud now, just clapping the put your finger on your nose. Just one more time to see if you can clap it. That's it. Good. So that's how it would look if we were to write the rhythm out. Right. Okay. So we're going to move off that now, and what we're going to do next is have a look at practice sheet 2. So if you were with me last lesson, we did practice sheet 1, and now we're going to have a look at practice sheet 2. So we have 4 exercises again here, and what we did learn about was we learnt about the time signature, and we learnt that if it says 4/4, it means that we have 4 beats per bar. So each bar has 4 beats in it. And we also learnt that the double bar line at the end is just to simply say the end of that short little tune, okay? So the end is there. Right, so for number 1, okay, let's have a little look at the rhythm. We're going to continue with the rhythm, working out how long to count for the notes, so how many beats to count for the notes. So we've got 2 white notes with stems, then we've got a note, just a circle note with no stem, then we've got 4 black ones with stems, and then again that circular one at the end. So we've done these before in our lessons, it's just remembering what to count for them. So if we start with this one, how many beats can you tell me? Well done if you said 2. So 2 beats for this one is called a minim, or we called it cream, didn't we? It's longer. Cream is worth 2. Cream. And this one? How many beats do you think for this one? This one is 4 beats. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's double the length of the cream or the minim. Okay? And this one. This one is 1 beat, and we've just been practicing it, haven't we? We called it tea, or it is actually called a crotchet. I'm not sure if I said too actually for this one. What's its? Anyone know its proper name for this one? Begins with an S. It's a long word. It's a semi-breve. A semi-breve. I know it's quite a long one to remember, isn't it? So it's a long word and it's a long note. So semi-breve, you hold for 4 beats. Minim is 2, and crotchet 1. Okay, right, so on our practice sheet, we're going to first of all work out the rhythm, okay? So we have cream, cream, 2 creams, don't we? 2 beats for those, and then long semi-breathe that you hold for 4, and then tea, 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 and another long one to finish. Right, so I'll help you with the first one. So we're just going to put it on our mouthpiece, all right? So it goes like this. And that's it. So I want you now to try it. See if you can buzz number 1 after a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that's it. That's all of number 1. Okay, right, so now we need to work out what the note is that we need to play. We're going to play it on our instruments in just a moment. So have a look and see if you can work out what the note is that we need to be playing there. So I'll give you a little clue. It's going to be either a C, a D or an E. So on these practice sheets we have those three notes, C, D and E. So which one do you think it is, C, D or E? Let's have a little look at the cards to remind us. Right, so we have C, spaceship C, dangly D and on the line E. So which of those notes is it? It is C. So number one is on spaceship C, so that means not pressing any of our valves down for the C. Okay, so I want you to have a go at playing it on your instrument now. I'm sure you can do it without me helping you. So see if you can play number one on the note C, no valves, after four. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. So just to check have we got that right, I'm just going to play it for you now. Have a listen. See if your exercise, your rhythm was the same as mine. So it goes. So if that's what you played, that is really, really well done. You played it spot on. If not, don't worry, you can have another go at it. You can even pause it now and play it through again, okay? Right, so number two. Have a look at your practice sheet now at number two. And let's have a little look at the rhythm again first. The rhythm is the number of beats we need to be counting, the pattern. Okay, so is it 1 beat, is it 2 beats, or is it 4 beats, the first note? It's 2 beats, so we have cream, cream. And then how many beats? 4. How many beats each? 1, and then 4 beats. So is the rhythm the same as this one? The rhythm is the same. It is the same rhythm, it's the same pattern. But what is different? Can we see what's different? It is the pitch that is different. In other words, the notes are different because look here, we don't have a spaceship C. Or here, do we? We have a different note. So, do we know what note that is? Let's just remind ourselves by looking back at our cards again. Let's just check. So, it wasn't a spaceship C, so it must either be a dangly D or an on the line E. Which one? It's dangly D because it's dangling underneath the stave. It's just underneath the line, so it's dangly D. 1 and 3, remember? 1 and 3 is a D. So I want you to have a go at playing number 2 now. So we have C, C, D, 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 C. You try your best to play it and I'll count you in. So get your instrument ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, to check whether you got that right, I will now play it for you. It goes like this. Okay, right, so we've done number 1 and number 2. Let's have a little look at number 3. Let's have a look at number 3. So again, what I want you to be doing first is just looking at the rhythm to see whether you think the rhythm is the same. So we start with a cream. So look, that's the same, isn't it, as what we did above. And another cream, and then a semi-breve, okay. But look at this bit. Does that look the same as what we did here? Do we do 4 T's? Or do we do something else? We do something else here, don't we? We do a cream, T, T. So some of the rhythm is the same, but it changes here. The rhythm's not the same here, is it? And again, the pitch. Look at the pitch. The pitch is also different, isn't it? So I want you to, again, have another try at number 3. So we've definitely got C in it again, spaceship C, and we've definitely got dangly D. It's just working out which ones are C's and which ones are dangly D's. All right, so if it's got the line going through, it's a spaceship C, and if it's dangling underneath the stave, it's your D note, 1 and 3. So have a go at playing number 3 after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will now play again, and you can check to see whether you played it correctly. So this is number 3. Right, so finally, let's move on to number 4. Number 4. Now, straight away when I look at this, I can see it's different, yeah? So I hope you can see the same, that look, we don't start with 2 creams like we did before, do we? We don't start with the white notes, we start with the black notes, yeah? The T notes or crotchets. So we've got 4 of those, and then we've got the long semi-breve again, and then we have a minim, 2 crotchets and a semi-breve. So if you look, some of the rhythm is the same, isn't it? If you look, we've got some of the rhythm is the same, but not all of it. And also we've got different notes, yeah? So I'm going to point to this one. Now, does anyone know what that one is? It's on the line E. Have a look at this one here as well. What do we think? If you did say E for that as well, and you're correct, well done. This is also an on the line E. That's an E, and that's also an E. That one, however, is just a little bit shorter. It's not as long, is it? That one is a minim, so it's 2 beats, and that one's 4 beats, but they're both on the line E's, yeah? So we've got C, D, and E in number 4. Right, so we're just going to go through it together because it's a little bit trickier. Right, so let's see if we can sing the notes. So we start with C, don't we? We start with C. See if you can sing the notes with me, okay? We'll do it slowly. C, C, D, D, E, E, D, D, C. So that's how it would go. And I know it's really tricky to be able to sing it straight away when you look at the music. But if you can look at what happens to the pitch, yeah, so starting with a low pitch and getting higher, that will help you know whether you need to sing, whether you need to change your voice and the pitch and what you need to do with it. Right, so I want you to have a go at playing that really slowly now on your instrument. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was at a slower speed. It's always important to try it slowly first. So it may be that you got all of that straight away, or you may need to have another go at that. Try it again, which is fine. So if you want to pause it now and have a practice, that's absolutely fine. Right, so if I just play number 4 for you, it goes like this. Right, I would like you to have a go at playing it with me. So I'm going to play with you, and we're just going to try it that bit quicker. So just see how well you can keep up with me. Do your best. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so that is a harder one to play. So it may be that you got a little bit stuck in that last one. You may need another practice. You may need to slow it down a little again, which is fine. So you can do that in your time, or you can stop it now and have a go. Right, so we've covered all of the practice sheet 2 now, which is great. Keep working on that, because as I say, it's really good for you getting to know how to read your notes correctly. Having the ability to see a note and know what it is, know whether it's a C, a D, an E, an F, or whatever note, and know whether it's a crotchet, a minim, or a semi-breve. And those are the main ones we've been working on, as I say, to start with. It's all working towards you being able to do your bronze medal. So that's an opportunity of something you can do in school with your teacher, Once you've learnt the 3 notes C, D and E, you are able to do your bronze medal essentially, okay, once you've learnt those 3 notes. So we've covered that in our lesson so far, which is fantastic. Right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to have a go at We Will Rock You. So this is the music sheet for it. Okay, and just to help you out when you're practicing, or if you get the music off the music service website, it has the notes on to help you, and it has the fingerings above the top there just to help you with that so that you can learn it yourself at home. So I'm sure you all know it. We will rock you. Rock you. Now we do have a symbol here which we have seen before. Can anybody remember what this symbol is? It is a rest. And it's a 1-beat rest. So it's called a crotchet rest. So we rest, we have a silent beat there, and we have a silent beat there. And then we have 2 little dots. Again, we've covered this in our lesson. We did it in samba time. Anybody know what we have to do here? It's a repeat sign. So we repeat, we go back to the start, and we play it all again. Okay? So you play it twice. Right, so just so you can have a listen to how it sounds, I'm going to play it through for you twice. Okay? This is how it goes. Okay, right, so I think you will be able to play that pretty quickly yourself, actually, without my help. You may be able to play it straight away. But let's just, first of all, let's just sing it through and do your vowels at the same time, like we've done in our lessons before. So that will help you, as we've said before. Singing it will help you to get the pitch in your head, to help you then play the pitch correctly in a moment. And it's also going to help you practice the vowels and getting the correct vowels going down and making sure your fingers are doing the right thing, because it's always harder to do the vowels and play and look at your music and lots of things to think about. So we're practicing our fingers to get those correct, all right? So you need to be starting with vowel 1 for your F, and we're going to do it nice and slowly, okay? Just watch me first. F, E, D, C, D, 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 D. Okay, so that's how we need to sing it. So I want you to give it a try now. I'll click the beat. 1, 2, ready, and sing. There we go. Good. We just the once is fine for now. Great. Well done. So what we'll try next, we'll have a go on the instrument. Yeah, nice and slow, and do the repeat as well. So you get 2 goes at it. All right, so on your instrument. Now, when you're playing your F, yeah, we need to make sure that we start with our lips fairly tight, and we need to make sure we're blowing the air through quite strongly because the pitch of the F is high. What do you notice happening to this pattern? I'll do the hand signs to show you. What happened there? What did you notice happened to the pitch? Listen again. The pitch went, hopefully you said it went lower. It went from high to low. And we've used this word before when we've talked about going either up or down in steps. Yeah, we've gone down the scale. So we've gone down in order, starting with the highest one, F, E, D, C, gone down the scale there. Okay, right, so to pitch your F, it can be a bit tricky starting with the F because we're quite often used to starting on lower notes like the C. So starting with the higher notes are a little bit harder. So just watch me. When I take in a breath, yeah, breathing through my mouth, and then when I blow, I make sure that I'm supporting using my diaphragm. Yeah, so I'm using the muscles, I'm tightening the corners of my mouth, and I'm blowing the air out quite fast and quite strong to get that F. Just listen. So I just want you to first of all try and pitch that F. You try now. So you may have got it straight away. If you did get it, well done. If you got this one. You may have found this happen You may have got that deeper, lower note. If that's the case, we've just got to keep practicing and just do what you're doing, which is great. Keep working on it because it will get there in the end. Okay. You might not be able to get it straight away, but you will be able to get those Fs if you're practicing. Like I said, little and often, you'll get there. So try one more time. If you didn't get it, just take a bigger breath and blow a little bit harder. Watch me again. Your turn. See if you can get it. Okay, so you may have got it that time, you just got to blow out a little bit harder. I'm sure you probably did manage to. Alright, so we're going to have a go at playing it. I will play with you, we'll play together, we're playing it twice, okay? Get ready? 1, 2, ready, play! And that's it. So yeah, that's quite a nice little short and sweet one there that we've done today. Something that you already will have probably heard of before. A nice little tune which incorporates that scale going down, and it means you have to, as I say, practice getting those Fs. You're starting on an F like you did with your samba time as well. Right, so what we've done today, we've covered lots of different things. And do keep practicing as much as you can. If you can try to fit in 5 practices of 15 to 20 minutes now, if you can try and aim to do a little bit more, 15 to 20 minutes 5 times a week, then you're doing fantastic. If you can't fit in that many and you only manage 2 or 3 practices, then that's still good. You're still doing really, really well. What you do need to try and do though is do more than just 1 practice a week, okay? Because you will see the improvement. You'll improve much quicker, and you'll feel more confident, and you'll be able to play more notes, and you'll feel so much better then because you're starting to see and hear the difference. If you only do it once a week, then the difference won't be quite the same. You might see a little bit of improvement, but it will be quite small improvement if you're only doing it once a week. But if you're doing it a few times a week, that really does make a big difference, okay? So try your best, as I said, to aim for 5 a week if you can. All right. So keep on practicing, and I will see you again very soon for our 10th brass session, and that will be the last one that you do with me, okay? And we'll talk a little bit about bronze, what you need to do to achieve your bronze music medal. And we're also going to be covering note G, all right, to finish as well. And then we've covered the 5 starting notes then. So you've done C, D, E, F, and we'll be doing G. You may already know G already. You may want to look it up. You may want to work out how to do G and what it looks like, because that's what we're going to be doing next. All right. Right, thank you, and see you soon. Bye.